Hey there friends, welcome back to some more Shadowrun Dragonfall. When we last left off, we made it back to the safe house, the wherever we are. And we informed Paul Amsel, our leader-ish person, about the death of Monica and what she had said. And then we got a whole bunch of backstory about the fire dragon. And we learned about the guy who hired us, who's named Green something. The Green something. I've already forgotten. And we need to go talk to Altug that's in the city so we can figure out what to do next. Green Winters, that's what it was. Haha! I remember. So let's get on with the rest of the game. But before we go and visit Altug, we are going to sit there and have a little bit of conversation with some people. Just, you know, just a little bit of chitty chat, you know. Zelton McFarkles. Amsel peers at you apprehensively. I'm having reading problems today. His eyes are bloodshot, his expression grim. Did you get the information about Green Winters? No, not yet. Then please continue working. We need to find that man. We need to find Green Winters. And then we also have Dante, who's a puppy. Who's a puppy. Come on, stupid camera. Ugh, the camera doesn't want to work. There we go. It never wants to work once I first start recording. Dietrich turns his head at your approach. His aging face is traced with a network of faint scars, the legacy of too many fights over too many years. While he still retains a degree of strength and vigor, it's obvious that the shaman you see today is a shadow of his former self. Despite all of this, there's still an aura of power surrounding the man. He raises his bottle, offering it to you. Zelton McFarkles, welcome. I've got a bottle of schnapps that needs sharing, and we got a fallen comrade to drink to. Let's see. We're gonna take the bottle to Monica. Prost! The liquor in the bottle is crystal clear. As you raise it, you catch an intoxicating whiff of cloves and caramel. It tastes of sweet corn and walnuts, with the lingering aftertaste of buttery toffee. You swallow a swig, then return the bottle to Dietrich's outstretched hand. He takes a long pull of the bottle, then locks eyes with you. Let me ask you a question, Zelton McFarkles. What made you choose to come to Berlin? Why do you want to know? Monica told me that you moved here from the Rhine-Ruhr Megaplex. Made it sound like you'd been there for many good years. Successful years at that. Leads a man to wonder why you packed up and moved here. It was time for a change, that's all. Oh, come on, boss. Nobody moves to Berlin without a good reason. Oh yeah, you know what? We came back for Monica. She's our buddy. You must know I came back for Monica. Well then. I sounded really happy for some reason. Well then, I'm sorry for your loss. Well then, I'm sorry for your loss. Even sorrier, I mean, if a man can be such a thing. A look of profound sadness crosses Dietrich's face, and he takes another long swig on his bottle. Ah, yes, Monica. Dietrich raises his bottle again, then closes his eyes and takes a long drink. After the moment has passed, he returns his attention to you. It all comes back to our girl, doesn't it? So let me ask you, just what was your relationship with Monica anyway? I know that you two knew each other way back, but she was pretty coy about these things. Why do you want to know? Monica was my friend. I cared about her. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to get to know her better. There were some areas of her life that have always been a mystery, and if you could shed any light on them, I'd be appreciative. I can respect that. So what was the deal between the two of you? Don't leave me in suspense. Oh, snap! Were we just friends, or were we very close? We were very close, you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what that means. Dietrich nods. I figured as much. Not from anything you or Monica said. I just had a suspicion. Well, anyway, good on you both. Dietrich raises his bottle to you in a salute. She was a wonderful woman, and I hope that your time together was happy. Anyway, I've taken enough of your time, and the bottle's almost empty. Thanks for taking the time to talk. For what it's worth, I'm happy you're here with us. Dietrich takes a final pull on the bottle and then tips it forward, pouring the rest on the ground. Rest in peace, Monica. We'll miss you, girl. Yeah, so we poured some out for once, homies. Oh boy, there's going to be a discussion and a half. Jaeger. What's in here? Nothing, just a room with some roomy room stuff. Oh boy, let's talk with Jaeger. Jaeger glares at you and you can taste the bile in her stare. She clearly still blames you for Monica's death. Something I can do for you, fearless leader? She is so bitchy right now and so mad that she wants to headbutt me with those head goggles she has. Or those horn spikes things. Or the upside down vampire teeth. Whatever. Yeah, you can apologize for that little outburst that you had in front of Paul and the rest of the team. She replies through clenched teeth. You want to step away from me, Sultan? Oh, you want to step away from me, Sultan McFarkles? Right now. No, actually I don't, unless you intend to make me leave. It's tempting, Sultan McFarkles. It's really fucking tempting. But no, I won't hurt you. Not unless you give me a reason to. We need to talk about Monica. No, not right now, we don't. Don't push me on this, Sultan McFarkles. One of these days we're gonna hash this out, and you can talk all you like about the clusterfuck that killed one of my best friends. But it won't be today. Fair enough, but before I go, I have something else to say. Spit it out, then let's hear it. You're wrong about me, and I intend to prove that to you. She stares at you for a moment, then looks away. The best of luck with that, Sultan McFarkles. Now, please, leave me alone. You know what? McFarkles are badasses. Just letting you know. We got Glory. Glory is beautiful, in a waifish sort of way. Her features are almost elvish in their delicacy, but there's something cold about her that you find slightly unsettling. What's more unsettling is her chrome. Glory is rocking a heavy load out of cyberware from head to toe. She looks to be composed of more plastic and metal than she is of skin and bone. In the shadows, individuals such as this are anything but uncommon, but Glory's cyberware is first generation, all of it. Bulky, invasive, practically museum pieces. This chrome was obsolete well before she was born. Sultan McFarkles. She shifts her gaze. Glory shifts her gaze to you, but her expression is as cool and as placid as always. Can I help you? Wow, I've never had this before. I'm going to read her aura. I'm going to do it. Without shifting your attention away from Glory, you allow your consciousness to partially slip into the astral plane. As your third eye opens to the hidden world around you, you feel the familiar tingle of dormant senses awakening. The room that you're standing in slowly shifts to match its true nature, a lifeless expanse of gray, ugly, and cold. Your own body, however, explodes into the swirling chaos of scintillating color. As the astral plane shimmers into view, you focus on Glory. You can still see her with your corporeal vision. Her delicate frame, the bulky cyberware that breaks her silhouette, the faraway look in her eyes, but laid over the top of her physical body, there's a slight shimmer, her aura, damaged though it may be. The chrome that Glory is sporting has really done a number on her. Whatever she may have been before she went under the knife, her aura is now reminiscent of the room she's standing in, a cold, dead thing, mockingly sculpted into the facsimile of life. Somewhere within that mutilated aura, a shred of humanity awaits, but finding it isn't going to be easy. Suddenly, Glory's body language changes. The look on her face is somewhere between suspicion and alarm. I got something in my teeth? You're staring. With an aura this shredded by cyberware and surgery, it's going to take a minute to gather any useful information. Did you have salad? I didn't want to say anything, but yeah. Did you have a salad for lunch? I can't be sure, but it looks like kale. I'm going to stop reading. Stop reading the aura. As your third eye slides shut, the faint shimmer of Glory's aura fades from view, taking any information that you could learn from it along for the ride. Something tells me that if we keep poking and prodding, she's going to slice us open. I don't want to be sliced open. Hey Glory, how you holding up? Don't worry about me. I'm solid. Are you sure? You look a million miles away. I'll be with you when it counts. Right now it doesn't. Any thoughts on what we should do next? Find our missing client, extract some answers. Beyond that, find another Decker. Monica won't be easy to replace. Best start looking now. I have a question for you, Glory, of the personal kind. I'm not big on sharing sport, personal reasons. You're sure you understand, I'm sure. The edge in her voice tells you that she's not interested in continuing the conversation. Of course we all have our secrets. Blah, blah, blah. But if you ever want to talk, I'm here. Alright, so we need to go talk to Altug. Guy gets all... So let's go check out the town. Our home away from home. To the streets, Dante! Oh, we're out in the streets. So this is where we are. We have... I need to zoom in. We have... Mallet... These are going to be all... We're going to find all of our shop people here and stuff. The dwarvish tech vendor smiles at you with the practice ease, her almond eyes twinkling with the glare from a dozen trid screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavily accented German. I can't do a heavily accented German. It'll be really bad. I can barely do a light accented German. It'll be like, Unta, what are you doing? Yeah, it's not that good. Welcome to the Data Haven. Can I help you with something? Well, I don't need tech. So I'm just browsing. No, don't need anything, because I'm a spellcaster. What we got up here? Ah, yes. Donations for the soup kitchen have slowed, Samuel. I'm not surprised. Altruism often comes with the expiration date. So we have Samuel Brackenbauer. That's a name. At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression, but there is a kindness in his eyes. Ah, hello, human. As you can see, I'm in the middle of a conversation with my assistant. That's going to be his voice. The volunteer worker holds her silence, but her expression is full of naked hostility. Samuel gives her a sidelong glance as she seems to get the message. The fire in her eyes dies down to a low simmer. But we do not want to be impolite. Is there something I can do for you? I couldn't help overhearing your conversation. I take it that you run a charity of some sort? He nods. Yes, it isn't much, but we can do what we can. Such as? Give me specifics. He clears his throat, then begins to count off on his fingers. In the past several years, I've established a shelter where the dispossessed can sleep, a soup kitchen to feed the hungry, and library for people of the Krasabazar to better themselves. It isn't much, I admit, but it's a start. A good start, Samuel. You mustn't be so hard on yourself. There are limits to what one man, even a determined man, can accomplish. That is true. He nods his head to one side. Thankfully, some of the residents that I have helped over the years have come back around to help me. I've got 15 assorted orcs and trolls from all around the Bazaar working with me now. They help me man the soup line, stock the library shelves, and to do all the hundreds of little things that our community organization needs done every day. These extraordinary individuals are living proof that we do here has a value, that my inspiration to continue forward. She beams at the compliment. From her body language, it's clear that she idolizes Beckenbauer. That's a name and a half, yo. Now, do you have any more questions? If not, I will bid you good day. I do not wish to sound self-important or rude, but there are many pressing matters that demand my time. Are you accepting donations? Yes, of course. We're actually desperate for them, truth to be told. People seem to be more intent on taking care of themselves than they are on providing for the less fortunate. Of course, these concepts are not unrelated as poverty rates increase. So does the crime rate. Assisting the needy increases the quality of life for all. In any event, our shelter are some of the basic needs that desperately need to be filled. The walls of the shelter are not insulated, and new blankets would go a long way toward keeping our guests healthy and comfortable. Ideally, we'd like to purchase some space heaters as well. With 250 new yen, we can make the purchase. Of course, I do not expect you, a relative stranger to our kids, to contribute that much. We could spare whatever you could spare would be most appreciated. You know what? Just here, take what you need. I've got you covered. Take the 250. Samuel's eyes widen.
This is incredibly generous. Thank you, my friend.
Not a big deal, Sam. Do good with it.
With this donation, you have reached our first goal. Thank you so much for your kind assistance. I will put your contribution to work stocking the shelter with blankets and heaters.
Not a problem.
Please do not downplay your contribution. You have shown kindness at a time when few others will. That means something. It means a great deal.
I want to take a drink of water. Let's talk about something else. And I'm just passing by. And then we have this big dude who's Lane. Take a drink real quick. Tangerine mango sparkling water. Delicious! Before you stands a troll, though it is a stretch to say that he is standing at all. His great mass is barely held upright by two vintage prosthetic legs, along with a crutch under one arm. His body clicks and hums with every shift of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you. Haven't been here long. If you know Monica.
Sure, I know Monica. You one of hers then?
There's something you should know about Monica.
Something happened to her on the run.
How'd you know?
It was written all over your face. I had a feeling besides, Monica almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue. And now you're here in her place, so she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Which is it?
We lost her. The grizzled troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh.
No, that is a shame. She was a hell of a runner, that one. A good friend.
I'm Sultan McFarkles, by the way.
Good to meet you, Sultan McFarkles.
Our name's Aleski Lane. Or is it Lane? I like to say it's Lane. Well, what's your place in the Bazaar?
No place, really. Just an old relic resting away.
I'll leave you be. So we have a guy that's resting away. And we've got this dude who sells guns. Don't really want to talk to him right this second. We've got a dancer who's dancing. There's a dancer bag. Tip the dancer. We're going to toss 5 in there because she's doing good. Yeah, baby. Shake it. I'm looking for something specific. Where is it? Ah, there it is. This is where I want to go. For right now, I want to go into the Talismonger's shop. And we're going to talk to you. Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but it's a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous and impossibly green. As she looks at you, you can see her irises are flecked with iridescent gold. Hello, and welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something? As she smiles up at you, her eyes are fixed on yours. A curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you're floating in a warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant. As you drift, the golden specks in her eyes begin to move. And we have a willpower +4, so we're going to look away real quick. Marshalling all your strength, you manage to avert your gaze, breaking Absinthe's stare. All at once, the floating sensation dissipates, and your consciousness snaps back to its normal state. What was that? What happened? My fault. My apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional, yes. But there was no harm done, correct? You'll be fine. No skin off my back. Now let's get down to business. I have money and I need magic. She nods, taking care to avert her gaze. You'll want to talk with Algernon. This is his establishment. He can help you. Now, if you excuse me, I have work to do. But, I mean, do you want to go out sometime? You're hot. I mean, just because I had to look away now doesn't mean I won't stare later. Greetings, young human. The elf's voice is The elf's voice is smooth as silk and rich as clotted cream. Ugh. Something about him instantly puts you at ease. I'm Algernon, Half-Dream, the owner of this establishment. In my shop you will find only the finest in magical paraphernalia. Do you have, like, a magical bong, yo? Now tell me, how may I serve you? If you're selling, I'm buying. Show me your inventory. Now this is what we want. How much do we have? We have 995. That's not enough to actually do everything I want to do. Because, yeah, it's definitely not. I don't have anything to sell yet. I could sell the gun. I technically don't need that. Don't need the gun. Don't need that. So that's another 100. One willpower and one charisma, 2 armor. I'm not too worried about armor right this second. I do want heal. I know that. So go ahead and get heal. It's only gonna leave me with like 300. Boo! Oh well. Wait. Do I have heal already? I don't think I... No, I don't. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. We gotta heal. And it's equipped. Someday I'll have enough for money for a bunch of things, but I don't. So that was all I wanted. I just want to see what was up. Now, does he say anything else? I have a question for you if you don't mind. You are in luck. I have a great many answers. If you remember, if you watch my Shadowrun Returns, you would notice that Algernon is actually the same dude that was in the Seamstresses Union's secret basement Shadowrunner place thing. And when we talked to him once, he said like he's in like a bunch of places all at once, so it would make sense that he's here selling more stuff. I don't really have anything else to say. I just wanted to buy stuff. So we bought heal, so that's good. I have another spell. Getting all the spells is going to take a while. What's up, David? David! A pair of round eyes peer up you from under the hood of a grime-smeared winter coat. You recognize him as David, one of the Cruiser Bazaar's street kids. If you had to guess, you'd place him in his mid-teens, though it's difficult to tell beneath the grime and acne marring his face. You've seen him following Monica around between runs, chasing her heels like a lost puppy. She always seemed to have a soft spot for the kid. Oh, hoy, Sultan McFarkles. Have you seen Monica around? I've been looking all over for her. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you, kid. The kid blinks, a blank expression on his face. She's dead, isn't she? It was quick. She went peacefully. That's the most that any of us can hope for. Yeah, look, I think I want to be alone right now. So, we made him sad. Because we're a douche. And we could go to the Cafe Seville. So let's go in there, because we know Altug's in here. We got a lady. Let's go say, hey. Hey, lady! You want to have a coffee? No? Okay. No coffee for you. See what's on the menu board. Today's special is caramel soy calf. Delicious. Jan Goldschmidt. Hello, my friend. The voice comes from the man in the chair as enormous as its owner. A deep, booming roar dripping with unrestrained mirth. A fine day for a soy calf, yes? Yes, it certainly is a beautiful... From the back of the store, the voice of the shopkeeper cut you off. Don't mind the fool in the chair. He roars like a traumatized walrus, strewing all day in his own sweat. Ew, ew. Gross. The man behind the bar glares at Goldschmidt, his upper lip curled in disgust. I tolerate him only because he takes his soy calf by the bucket. Goldschmidt responds with a racist belly laugh. Apparently he finds the shopkeeper's insults to be hilarious. Ah, Altug, my friend. You are as quick-witted and sharp-tongued as ever. I bow to you. If you wouldn't meant... Once again the shopkeeper cuts in. To bow to me? You would first have to vacate your chair. The shopkeeper claps his hands together, clasping them in front of his chest. I shall summon a team of determined young men and an ox to assist with the task. With luck, you'll be on your feet by nightfall. Goldschmidt smiles up at you, his small eyes glittering. Enough of this senseless bickering. You have approached me for a reason, yes? Tell me, what can Jan Goldschmidt do for you? Why do you put up with those insults? Don't you have any pride? I put up with them because they amused me. The fact that they amuse me infuriates my dear friend Altug, who in turn hurls more insults. Goldschmidt raises his soy calf cup in salute, and thus the cycle continues. It is 2 years now that I have been your customer, yes, Altug? 2 years of soy calf and strained patience. Yeah. And I remain happy, and Altug makes money, an ideal business relationship. That all sounds perfectly healthy. Take care, Jan. Goldschmidt gives you a deep nod and his jowls quivering. Until next time, my friend. That dude is interesting. So let's speak to Altug. The man behind the counter looks right past you and at the dog following close behind. Dante, I'll fetch his water dish and perhaps a coffee for our friend here. Paul Amsel sends his regards. When he hears the Amsel's name, the Turk's voice lowers and his accent becomes less exaggerated. His eyes take on a knowing look. Ah, very good. Please express to Herr Amsel my appreciation of his patronage. If he needs any more catering jobs seen to in the future, I'm always happy to provide. He tells me you're developing the menu for a friend of his now, Herr Winters, I believe. I want to hear all about it. Yes, of course, oh wise one. Cammy, come. A young woman bustles in from the back room. Her gum chewing is loud enough to hear over the noise of the coffee grinders. Burkergazi spits something out in his rapid-fire Turkish. As you wish, uncle. I'll see to it right away. Cammy offers you a shy grin, snaps her gum, and then hurries back into the room where she came from. My girl Cammy's arranging to make a contact with the chef as we speak. This will likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. While we wait, I wonder if you'd be so kind as to run a little small errand for me. A trifle, really. I'd hate to trouble you. I'm embarrassed to even ask, but it would be most appreciative of your help. What's this trifle? Altug's voice lowers to nearly a whisper. The errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I have installed a number of data taps in Berlin's fiber optic network as part of my civic duty, you understand. These taps provide free matrix access for all who live in the Kurzabuzba Bazaar. In order to maintain their, their anonymity, each tap's protocol buffer must be reset every few days. I simply wish for you to visit each tap and reset it. Simple enough. Yes, it's a simple job. Time-consuming and a bit tedious, perhaps, but simple. Just reset the taps and come back when you are finished. There should be 3 of them scattered around this neighborhood. The first one's just outside. Look for the metal box with yellow arrows painted atop of it. By the time you return, I should have the information Herr Amsel requested. So, we need to go reset the data taps. Let's go, Dante! We have a mission! Reset the data tap. Meow. And there's the one. I'm trying to remember where the second one is. I know where the third one is. We're running all over here and stuff and doing things and stuff. You've got the castle, Zach's got the flash. Yeah, he's a drug dealer. And we'll talk to her. We'll talk to, what is it, Simi? We'll talk to her later. There's another thing. There's a statue. The bizarre monument towers before you. At the top of the pedestal, the form of an angel stands, its outstretched wings looming over the small park. But the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold, Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears that the artist has welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small, grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on screen. Hello there, I'm Hubert Kunzel, creator of this monument. What would you like to know? Nothing about it, really. I have to reset data things. That's the hard work, man. It's hard work and it needs to be done. Oh, there it is. Come on, let me hit the button. Reset the data tab. Can I reset the... There we go. Reset. Resetted. Resetted turd. It is set of the rees. Phone rings. Bling. Bling. Hello. Hello. An old absolute God, my reading's sucky today. It's an old obsolete phone booth. It's ringing. Pick up the receiver. And a monotone pitch-adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. The shotgun rider's contract for this Kies is no more. Sultan McFarkles is listed as a follow-up contact. This is our only secure line to the Kies. Please listen to the following instructions carefully if you are a supporter of our cause. Okay. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one, you may find a request posted for specific information. If you can obtain a copy of this information, return here and submit it via the port below the receiver. We will verify the authenticity of the information remotely and post an undoctored copy onto the Matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal that this information will to remain free to all. However, you will be compensated for sought-after information returned to this location. The line goes silent. Hang up the receiver. So, if we find information, we can give it to them and get monies. And we've reset the third one. As you are setting the data tap, you notice that someone has duct taped a small homemade receiver to the system. An earplug dangles from the receiver. Put the earplug in your ear. The sound of heavy machinery makes it difficult to hear the words that are being spoken. After a moment, you find that you can make out two distinctive voices. A nasal woman who sounds like a heavy smoker, and a man who speaks in a high-pitched, breathy tone.
Just heard. Monica. Need to verify. Good for us.
The sound like a conveyor belt starting adds to the noise of machinery, and you can't make out anything else till it comes to a stop a near minute later.
Do you think our next step... Wait. Isn't ready to make a move yet? Be patient.
Oh, that hurts my throat. See who steps up. Could be someone more. Continue listening. More conveyor belts start up. As you can all you can hear is the sound of machinery. Continue listening. Some sort of vehicle starts up. Continue listening. And it sounds like a telephone. You hear the sound of a door slamming shut. And the noise of machinery is suddenly muffled. There's a rattle of plastic and the ringing stops. The nasal woman's voice can be heard in a sing-song tone.
Guten Tag, how may I help you?
Silence.
I heard. Yes, he knows. I told him it wasn't time to make a move yet. What do you think I am, an idiot?
Yes.
The council needs to meet again. I know, getting everyone in the same room is challenging. Getting them to agree on a course of action is going to be even more challenging. From my perspective, the Kurzabrazar was only stable because of her. If she really is out of the way, well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah, I know. What could I say? Things go slow in the flux sometimes. You hear the sound of a door opening again, and the cacophony of machinery fills the line. You can't make out anything more. So, we need to head back to Altug. Oh, Altug! Good old boy. Old chappy poo-poo. I have reset your thingamadiggies. And their jingle-wongles. I did it all. By myself. No one had to help me.
Let us go forth into the cafe. The cafe.
We.
Give me my information. The man behind the counter has a broad smile. Blah, blah. Welcome, honored F&dim, whatever. Welcome. How can the burgers are served today? Would you like a cup of... Oh, I finished your little trifle with the air burgers. I assume you had no difficulties? Difficulties, no. One of the taps had been modified a bit, though. Someone was using it as a surveillance device. He laughs. Of course they were. I would be surprised if they weren't. This is Berlin, after all. In the flux, everyone spies. If you do not spy, how will you know who is in power and who will be in power next? If you are to stay here, you must get used to it. Who enters the Turkish bath will sweat, as my uncle... Ew. Tadimer always says. Nevertheless, I shall have one of my people look into it. Wait, there's more. I listened in on the tap and heard someone. It might be important. He eyes you closely, amused. Oh, tell me, O listener at keyholes, what did you hear on the surveillance tap you found? I couldn't make out much. A nasal woman and a high-pitched man. They seemed to please Monica was out of the picture. The Turk's face falls. News travels fast in Berlin. These two are known to me. Is there more? The woman got a call. She talked about a council meeting tonight to decide if they should make a move. Then she was drowned out by heavy machinery. He nods grimly. Most excellent. It is indeed fortuitous that you discovered this information, though it's not unexpected. We will have one of my people attend this council meeting and report back. Sounds good. Keep me in the loop. With that out of the way, let us return to our pressing business. He barks a stream of rapid-fire Turkish, and the gum-chewing young woman comes hurrying out into the counter. The menu for Herr Amstel, Uncle. Cammy hands you a folded piece of paper. Inside is a memory stick. Please extend my condolences to him. The death of Fraulein Schaefer must have hit him hard. Berkengazi gives Cammy a small nod, and then she hurries out of the room. When she is gone, he returns his attention to you. Please express my condolences as well. I only just heard the news. Monica was an important part of this community. He frowns. Few know how important. The memory stick Cammy just handed you should contain all the information Herr Amstel requires from our chief chef in the field. Should you require my services in the future, you know where to find me. Until then, good day. So we now have what we were looking for. We have the information. Let us go back to the safe house. Safe house. And we are now in the safe house. Safe house. Safe house. Where we will talk to Amstel next time, friends, on Shadowrun. Dragonfall. I couldn't remember what the second word was. We will figure out what we have to do next then, guys. Till then, take care and have a good one.